Because what's the big bonus you get out of this? Yeah, you get bigger. And, hey, you can get those bigger condoms. I mean, that's a real thing. I had to go through that. I was like, why is this so tight? Yeah, you got bigger, man. Hey, fellas, today we're going to maximize your size. And yeah, if you have any shrinkage going on, we're going to correct that, reverse that situation. Because penis shrinkage is a real thing, and you better know how to deal with it, or you're going to have it. It's called penile atrophy in all those doctor terms. And it isn't just about the size, it's about keeping things functioning down there. And we're going to talk about why it happens and how you need to reverse it. We're going to break this down step by step, so no need for surgery, no need for the pills, no injections, and yeah, you can keep your money. And hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, the men's performance coach with Good Wood. And yeah, we talk about stuff like this because this channel here is for guys who we don't want to go through the whole process of dealing with the pills and the surgeries and all this other kind of stuff. We want our health to be all natural. So if you like what you hear, go hit that subscribe button and notification bell and all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, what I'm gonna do, yeah, we do this all the time right here, break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. So let's go ahead and talk about what causes penile shrinkage. And it really comes down to blood flow. The less blood you have going down there, the less nutrients, the less everything else it needs in order to stay healthy. And as you get older, just like all other parts of your body, atherosclerosis. I love saying that word, atherosclerosis. Basically, you're just getting more plaque down there and you need as much room down there as possible for the blood to flow. That way you get all the oxygen, you get the nutrients. Atherosclerosis just makes the whole process a lot more bumpy and you're not getting what you need. It's like a foamy plaque inside of your blood vessels, and the more you have of it, the less you have of the blood flow. Also, reduce nocturnal erections because, you know, when you're younger, you're in your 20s, you have 5 to 8 erections while you're sleeping. Basically, this is your body just saying, hey, just turn on the engine just to make sure everything is working. So you're getting those nutrients and everything like that even while you're asleep. That last erection, well, we normally call that morning woody. So as you get older, when you're having fewer nocturnal erections, you're having less blood flow naturally going down there. Over time, all of that adds up or doesn't add up to you getting all the nutrients you need and therefore weaker erections. Those weaker erections over time lead up to smaller erections. Also, testosterone, that's what you need for that blood to flow and the everything to work correctly. Yeah, that decreases over time too, so you have to be careful. Less testosterone, less blood flow, less size. Also, less testosterone means less libido. That means that basically you're not getting turned on like you used to, and yeah, even you just get turned on, you have those random erections throughout the day. If you don't have those, getting smaller. And of course, if you're gaining weight, especially around your belly, well, that shows that you have 1, insulin resistance, 2, you have more testosterone. Your body is actually turning your testosterone through aromatase into estrogen. This especially happens when you get older. All that belly fat is just complicating your hormone balances. So let's talk about how to stop all of this. We're going to prevent it. So of course we're talking about blood flow. You have to keep the energy up. You got to get running. You got to get swimming, moving, do something. You should have seen my video on sprinting and how that helps with your size. Of course, that healthy diet, if you have the fruits and the veggies, all of that is going to add to blood flow. We've talked before about how if you're putting dry stuff into a wet bag, how that's not a good thing. So if you're constantly eating dry things, chips, and basically everything else in the aisle outside of the grocery aisle, the real aisle, the aisle with the live fruits and vegetables, you're slowing down your blood flow. So you want to avoid all of those processed foods because they can also damage your blood vessels. So obviously one of the most obvious things you can do to keep blood flow going down there is to have sex regularly. Do it, man. That keeps the blood flow going to where it needs to go to. And of course, high quality sleep means that you have more nocturnal erections. And by the way, if you're taking some drink, you know, you're doing some other things to help knock yourself out, yeah, you're knocking out those erections too. Don't drink the alcohol before going to sleep. Don't have the alcohol make you go to sleep. You're not going to get those nocturnal erections. Now, what can you do to manage and monitor all of this? Well, one, you can go ahead and look down in the links below. We have partnered with a testosterone testing kit company, and that's what you should do. You should go ahead and test your testosterone at home. Of course, you can go to the doctor, but if you're trying to get a regular pace of it, you can, if you're looking to change something, you're going to add a supplement like Goodwood Advanced, or you're going to, change up your sleeping, you want to change up your patterns, well, then you have something that you could test before and after to see what's actually working. All of that because you need to have a lifestyle change. This isn't just like, hey, I'm going to take one thing and it's going to fix everything. Your body doesn't work like that. You need to actually do some things. What do you need to change in your life? We actually have courses, video courses and stuff like that at givegoodwood.com. Go ahead over there and check that out. Tons of information. And by far the number one thing I always say is that sleep. Your testosterone forms while you're asleep. So the more testosterone you have, the more blood flow, everything's working better. And of course, maintaining a good weight. If you're overweight, it's slowing the process down. Drop the weight, my man. So let's talk about reverse engineering this. Let's reverse this shrinkage. Now let's go ahead and talk about 4 stages of erection. The first stage is firmness, where your penis just starts to move. The second stage is swelling, getting a little bit bigger there. The third stage is hardness. That's a full erection, and that's basically where you have most of your sex. And the fourth stage, that's the stage of heat. Typically, that's right before you ejaculate. One of the practices that you can do using masturbation or just actually having sex is to get to your fourth stage and try to hold it there as long as possible. You want to get to the point where you're at your largest size, you got that heat going on, but you do not ejaculate. It is possible to do that. I've actually done other videos talking about just that, penis enlargement, and what the things that you need to do. So make sure you subscribe and all other kind of stuff so you can check that out. Because basically all of that adds up to what we call the growth point principle. That's what this practice is, where you're getting to that fourth stage and you're maintaining it for as long as possible. If you can do it for 10 to 20 seconds, perfecto, you're on your way. It actually feels like a Kegel exercise. And the one thing you need to remember while doing all this stuff, breathe. You don't want to faint while doing this. And if you want to get that extra stamina and that extra testosterone, if you're using Goodwood or Goodwood Advanced while doing this, it'll help. So basically, guys, what it comes down to is getting more blood flow and more testosterone so you do not end up going into shrinkage. That blood flow is going to help with your body getting that DHT, that HGH, all the hormones you need for healing and getting bigger. Of course, you want to go in and out of the fourth stage of erection. That's the growth point principle. And oh, by the way, when you're doing that, do not use porn. That causes some other issues. Just use your imagination, man. Because what's the big bonus you get out of this? Yeah, you get bigger. And hey, you can get those bigger condoms. I mean, that's a real thing. I had to go through that. I was like, why is this so tight? Yeah, you got bigger, man. So there you go. If you like what you heard, go ahead, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. Go ahead and drop a comment. We do answer questions there. And here's the question of the day. Do you think you can get larger? Have you gone through the process? I know I have. When I got completely out of shape and there was some shrinkage going on there, I got back in the saddle and got larger. That's what I want to hear from you. And hey, this is Brian, AKA Uncle B, saying get your game up and go hard. Peace out.